Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Stuart Turvey, and this is my colleague and graduate student, Anthony Tang. So I'm a pediatrician and a researcher at BC Children's Hospital and the Child and Family Research Institute. And the work we do is really trying to improve the health and outcome for children. And thanks to the Cures for Kids Foundation, we've been able to move forward a research agenda looking at cystic fibrosis. And I just wanted to share a little bit about this disease and the research we're doing. So cystic fibrosis is the #1 genetic cause of death for Canadians. So it's a very important disease. The major problems for people born with cystic fibrosis are in the lungs or the digestive tract. And about 1 in 3,000 babies born across Canada is affected by this disease. The real tragedy with cystic fibrosis is that the average lifespan is about 40 years of age. And so what that truly means is that we need new treatments to address this disease. And thanks for support from Cures for Kids, work in my lab and work specifically done by Anthony, who's a PhD student at UBC, will start to look for new ways to cure this disease. So I'll let Anthony just speak to you for a couple of moments about his work.
Hi. So just to give you a little bit of a brief overview into my research, CF, airway disease, as Stuart mentioned, is probably the biggest obstacle in CF. And this is characterized by cycles of airway obstruction, infection, and inflammation. And as these cycles actually recur, you get progressively worse and worse lung disease until this ultimately culminates in respiratory failure. So there are several ways to, or I guess therapies that are currently used to treat CF include physiotherapy to help alleviate some of the obstruction, antibiotics to help treat infection, and anti-inflammatories to help limit lung damage. While anti-inflammatories have actually shown to be quite effective in slowing the progression of lung disease, one of the problems is that they have adverse side effects, and so they can't actually be administered in the long term. And this is sort of what my research is interested in, and that is sort of identifying new novel anti-inflammatory targets that aren't sort of subject to these limitations. And I guess this kind of research is really helped to make it feasible by foundations such as Cures for Kids. And so I'd just like to thank you all for your attention and for your continued support. Thanks.